Guru Kripa Kevalam. Namaste and welcome everyone to Satsang today. Sadguru Sri Muji Baba Ki Jai. Let's take a minute or two to send all our love and blessings to everyone in India and everyone all over the world who are afflicted with this COVID situation still. And may the Master's grace bring healing and love and peace and joy to everyone who is suffering through this difficult time. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I don't know if it's just my throat or is the mic not fine now? It's all right. Many messages talking about those who have recovered and are here today in the satsang, so you're welcome and wish you continued good health. Okay, so we have Lakwinder here who's raised her hand, and we've all been waiting to hear from her in a way. So you can go ahead, Lakwinder. Can you try to say something, my dear? We can hear you. Nothing is audible, my love. Okay, can you send us a message on the chat to know whether you're trying to speak or is the hand up by mistake? Thank you. One has said, Father, is it possible to help besides the praying to help Indian brothers and sisters? Where can I donate if that helps? Uh, Somebody in the one of the groups I saw was compiling a list of credible places where donations are possible. So we will post it on the Satsang group where all of you can see. The link to the bhajan. Okay, 1 second. This must be Ananda, Brahmananda, no? Pranams, his name is Ananta there, and he's saying, Pranams and love to Anantaji. I am alive and kicking after COVID by his love and compassion. Also to beloved Sangha for their love and prayers. Thank you, thank you. Okay, one says, Father, why this life seems very momentary? Time flies off and body passes away. What is the permanent place of the consciousness? Yes, yes, my dear. This is the definition of truth, that which does not come and go. And satsang, the company of the truth, or the space in which we come to the discovery of the truth, is so that we discover this unchanging reality, and that's what we gather here to discover. So this consciousness, you see, what is its birthing ground? Where does it come from? Who is aware of the fact that you are conscious? Isn't it? So just with a simple question like that, you can come to a direct insight, which is non-phenomenal and non-conceptual, about what your true reality is. And we'll of course dive more into this as we go along. Gopala. Okay. Gopala has kept his name Ananta today. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I didn't send it to everyone. Okay, before we go to Niranjan, one last question. Is the entire paradigm of spirituality also a ground and a position? Every paradigm is, especially spirituality. You see, because uh, many times in spirituality we speak in ultimates, and then if it is taken mentally, then those ultimates can seem like ultimate positions, and they can seem like we have to hold on to these kind of positions, and then that becomes the crutch for the spiritual ego, wanting to be right, wanting to be true, wanting to be validated. And then these spiritual pointers, which are meant to clean up everything, can also become the hiding ground for the ego itself. You see? So the pointer is meant to rid you of all positions and paradigms, you see, but sometimes we can hold on to the pointer itself as an ultimate paradigm, and that can become a very strong spiritual ego. Okay, we'll come to Niranjan for a moment and then back to Christy has a question.
Hello.
Oh, my dear.
Namaste, Father.
Namaste, namaste, my love.
How have you been?
Good, good, good.
Uh, ચાલુ રાખ લાઈટ. હા,
Yes, my
વધારે
dear.
પડે છે.
How are things in your
Ah,
hospital? They must be full on, huh?
yeah, it's full on 24/7.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you on behalf of everyone for helping during this time. Doctors have been a huge blessing, huge blessing. Very good.
Thank you, Father. Thank you so much. Although we are seeing a bit less number of patients, I mean, as compared to few days back,
That's good.
and
That's good.
deaths are also reducing. So looks like at least in the area where I work.
Yes,
So
yes. That's very good to hear. Yes, I heard this also that in some parts of the country the numbers are starting to flatten
yeah.
out, if not fall. Which is
Mm-hmm. But you can never say nothing actually.
yes,
These
true,
things
true,
are
true.
these things
That's what I'm always saying anyway.
are true because recent research says that we may see a third wave around July, August or somewhere, and it could be worse than this. But who knows?
All my blessings to you and everyone at your workplace, at your hospital, and everyone who's suffering from this.
Yeah. Thank
You
you,
wanted to
Father.
share something else, my dear? You can go ahead.
No, I don't have. I mean, I don't have any question or nothing. I just because it was quite a few days, so I just wanted to connect with you in this way. That's all.
Very good. I hope you are taking care of your body also a little bit, eating on time, sleeping a little bit at least.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Father. Actually, but it's pretty nice. I mean, I cannot say nice, but it's very spiritual to witness, death from a very close distance.
Yes,
Because in last few days, I have seen few people die in front of me. So when you are there in the last moments, it's something else to experience. I mean, how life leaves the body, and there are final flickers, or at least it appears to be so.
yes.
So it's,
May
but
Guruji
yes, it
bless you
yeah.
all, and may He give you the strength to continue the good work that all of you are doing, and may you provide some solace and some light to those who are suffering from this and their families as well. Because it's been very difficult for the doctors, of course, dealing with so many cases and so many families, and trying to keep everyone sane and calm has been very difficult during this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, and especially when there is all of a sudden when there is load of patients, then those few days are very hectic because
Yes,
you battle with limited supply. So few days are challenging a bit.
yes. Very good. I'm glad you came up today, and you're here for a bit at least, and because you need to take
But
those few
yes,
moments
Guruji's
to.
teachings have been a great help in this times.
Very good.
You know, because otherwise, maybe I don't know, but perhaps it would be difficult to to keep balance.
Yes, yes. We lost him. Okay, we'll see if he comes back. So the question in the chat from Christy was how to combine love and detachment. You see, actually, love and attachment have no real um, relationship. You see, attachment is actually very different from love. Love is very open. Love is very free. Love is very spacious. It is need, it is desire, it is attachment, which is the we won't say opposite, but at least the contrary of love. So as long as you are loving, then there is full detachment. If you are wanting, if you are desiring, then that is attachment, that is desire. You see, you're right in a way that mostly in the world, what we call love, you see, is often mixed with a lot of attachment, is a lot of grasping, a lot of clinging. But the sages have told us that where there is grasping, where there is clinging, there is bound to be suffering. You see? So true love is absent of want. It is just loving for the sake of loving, not with an outcome. You see, not with a reciprocation in mind. You see? It is the actually the absence of fear, you see? Because fear is the true opposite of love. Not really true, but yeah, kind of. So, so it is the desire to not lose something, you see, which is attachment, and that is no longer love. Then it is fear. Okay, and if you want to ask something more specifically, we can dive in deeper into that. Okay, lots of hands up. Let's go to Yelena first.
Oh,
Hello.
Father. Hello, Namaste. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. What are you doing there? You come here. Jump back in.
Okay, immediately like this.
And there we are. See, it always
Ah,
works.
this is how much is needed like this.
Yeah,
Oh, I missed you so much.
yeah.
I'm so happy to see you like this, Father.
Well,
I'm
I'm
hope
happy to be honest to see you more like how I was seeing you, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I hope so soon, soon. I like this is still in my heart, and
Yeah,
it's just like this, like a quiet little
yeah.
um, shining star. I would say like that. I'm with my mom now. I came
Yes, yes.
finally here, and
How
you
is
know
she?
about
Is
my.
she fine?
Oh, she is overwhelmed. She's so happy. She's saying like, it will take me a few days to just comprehend that you're here.
Ah, sweet.
She is very very sweet and very happy that I'm here. And experientially is very strange, Father.
Ah,
I'm so it's like everything is the same, but it's not the same. And the friends also, and now I will meet them, and just it's easier much. I feel like more easier, but it was very challenging since I came, Father. I was really
ah.
really overwhelmed, and this lower back was
Ah,
stiff.
yes, yes.
I could not walk, Father. I was laughing with myself because I was crawling like a baby.
Oh,
And
really?
my neighbor she helped me with some medicines and everything. Then I was saying, okay, Father, you really made us like babies. Now look at me, I'm crawling.
But chiropractors can't do self chiropracting.
It was not possible because I called the ambulance and everything, but
Oh my
it
God.
happened very fast and it lasted a very short time. But I'm good now. Uh, it's much better. I can walk at least. But it was really overwhelming, Father. Um, how's the Sangha? Are there everyone there behind the camera?
They are keeping the right social distance and just the
Okay,
ones
yeah,
living in the building, no? Because
yeah.
what happens is that sometimes I feel I don't tell them ever, but
Mm,
I'm saying this for the first time probably. I feel that so sweetly they've left their homes and families to be in Bangalore, and I've not met them for 2 weeks now.
yeah.
So I said
Well,
it could be fine at the right with double masking and social distancing.
yes,
Could,
yes, that's so good. I suppose that they are very happy also to meet you like this, Father.
yeah.
I miss you so much, and Sangha, I miss so much. Really, really. Just keep me in your heart and I come back.
Oh yes, yes.
I would
Always.
love to. I just
Very
want to tell you I'm good, I'm okay. And
good.
just visiting like this with my mom and family, and I feel good. I feel very happy.
I'm very happy to hear that, my dear.
Yeah.
Very happy.
I love you so much.
All my love, all my blessing. Very good. And to
Thank
mom as well.
Mom is overwhelmed.
Very good. Very good.
All my love to Sangha, Father. Just speaking
Yeah,
for them.
yeah. Thank
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you. Okay, we have a request from Sangeeta to speak in Hindi for a bit. Yes, yes, my dear, you can come.
नमस्ते सर।
Namaste. Namaste, my dear.
सर मैं आप हिंदी में कंफर्टेबल हूँ,
हाँ,
इसलिए
आप
हिंदी में
बोलिए.
क्वेश्चन करूंगी जी। अभी रिसेंटली मेरे यहाँ पे बहुत सारे कोरोना से मेरे जो बिल्कुल अजीज है, मेरे दोस्त है, उन सबके जाने की खबर मिल रही है। तो मन बहुत ज्यादा घबराया हुआ है और रोना भी आ रहा है उनके लिए। और हर तरफ पिछले साल हुआ था तो इतना नहीं डर था, लेकिन अभी जैसे जैसे दिन ब दिन कोई ना कोई बुरी खबर मिल ही रही है हमको। और मैं देख रही हूँ कि अभी तक हम साक्षी भाव में बोल के खुद को बहला रहे थे, क्या कर रहे थे मुझे नहीं पता, लेकिन जब खुद पर बीती है ये सब चीजें तो इमोशंस कंट्रोल में नहीं हो रहे हैं। और वो जो क्राइसिस का डर है वो अभी भी बहुत ज्यादा किसी मायने में अंदर में एक महसूस हो रहा है। तो उससे बाहर निकलने के लिए क्या करना होगा ये अभी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है सर। तो प्लीज आप मुझे गाइड कीजिए।
Yes. Thank you.
थैंक यू सर।
Thank you. So let me try and translate a bit for the rest, and then I will come back to answering in Hindi. My Hindi is
हिंदी
not as strong as it should be. मैं हिंदी में 2 मिनट में बोलूँगा, पहले आपका जो आपने बोला उसको थोड़ा ट्रांसलेट कर दूंगा इनके लिए।
जी सर, जी
और
सर।
so what she's saying is that she's been hearing a lot of news about very close dear ones passing away from corona, and she's saying that for a long time we've tried to stay as the witness of all of this, and she doesn't even know now whether even that staying as a witness is helpful, because there's so many emotions coming and they're overwhelming her. Also, what she's saying is that compared to last year, we went through it somehow, but this year, now as it's continuing, the second wave, the so-called second wave, seems to bring with it a lot more fear than was experienced in the past. So she's asking for help in terms of how to deal with this situation. And I'll speak in Hindi for a little bit and see if I can bring those words to English then after that. So जैसे आपने बोला साक्षी भाव ना, तो साक्षी भाव का पहले तो मैं मतलब थोड़ा क्लैरिफाई कर दूं कि साक्षी भाव का ये मतलब नहीं होता कि इमोशन आने नहीं चाहिए, कि कुछ भी पर्टिकुलर फीलिंग हो वो ना आए, ऐसा साक्षी भाव का वो मतलब नहीं है। एक्चुअली साक्षी भाव वो है जो सच्चाई है हमारी, जो हमेशा सब जो होता है उसकी साक्षी रहती है। ये जब वेकिंग स्टेट जागृत अवस्था आती है तब ये पूरा संसार हमारे सामने दिखता है और हम उसके साक्षी रहते हैं। जैसे हम जब सुबह को उठते हैं तो ये पूरा जगत उठता है ना, तो वो जो उसका साक्षी है कि पहले कुछ नहीं था अब ये सब है, उस साक्षी को कभी कुछ चेंज नहीं होता, कभी कुछ अंतर नहीं पड़ता उसमें। सो ये नहीं है कि हमको साक्षी बनकर रहना है, हमको सिर्फ ये पहचानना है कि हम आखिर में हैं कौन, कि हम वो साक्षी ही हैं। तो फिर क्या होता है, थोड़ी फ्रीडम मिल जाती है इस बॉडी को, क्योंकि वो क्या होता है कि अगर हम स्पिरिचुअलिटी में सुनते हैं कि साक्षी बनकर रहना है, तो हमको लगता है कि मुझे इस बॉडी की तरह साक्षी बनकर रहना है, कि मुझ में इमोशन नहीं आना चाहिए, मुझ में खुशी नहीं आनी चाहिए, मुझ में दुख नहीं आना चाहिए, मुझे बस साक्षी की तरह बैठना है। नहीं, हम सिर्फ वो देख रहे हैं कि जब हम में दुख भी आता है, बहुत दुख भी आता है, उसका भी कोई साक्षी है। और वो कौन है, हमारी सच्चाई क्या है, हमारी सच्चाई क्या वो है जो जो चेंज होती है, कि कभी सुख आता है कभी दुख आता है, कि हमारी वो सच्चाई है कि जो उसको देखती है और उसको जो कुछ नहीं होता, ये पूरा जगत आता है चला जाता है, उसको कुछ नहीं होता उसमें, क्या हमारी सच्चाई वो है। तो साक्षी भाव में रहने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि हमें ऐसे ऐसे बैठ के हाँ मैं सिर्फ साक्षी हूँ, ऐसे नहीं। साक्षी का मतलब ये है कि हमें देखना है कि ये जो इस शरीर का मूवमेंट है उसको भी कौन देख रहा है, वो क्या हिल रहा है शरीर के साथ, ये हम पहचान सकते हैं। तो जैसे अभी आप अभी देख सकते हो कि ये आपके शरीर में जो हो रहा है, शरीर की मूवमेंट हो रही है, कुछ फीलिंग महसूस हो रही है, दुख आ रहा है बहुत सारा, तो उसको भी कौन देख रहा है अभी, उसको कौन महसूस करता है? नो महसूस फीलिंग की तरह नहीं, बट जो जो साक्षी की तरह उसको देख सकता है। सॉरी मेरी हिंदी इतनी परफेक्ट नहीं है, पर होपफुली जो मैं कहना चाह रहा हूँ वो थोड़ा पहुँच रहा होगा आपको। सो
जी जी
अभी हम देख सकते हैं कि जो भी हो रहा है शरीर में, कि शरीर के बाहर इस दुनिया में, उसका एक साक्षी है ना, और उस साक्षी को जो भी होता है उससे कुछ चेंज आता है, कुछ फर्क पड़ता है।
नहीं।
इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो कुछ नेगेटिव है कि नहीं नहीं मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, उस टाइप का नहीं, बट जो भी होता हो। जैसे एक महान ऋषि थे हमारे देश में, अष्टवक्रा। उन्होंने कहा है कि आप वो समुद्र हैं जिसकी कोई बाधा नहीं है, और उसमें पूरा जगत पैदा होता है और पूरा जगत उसमें ही लीन हो जाता है। तो आप वो हो। नो, तो ये किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं? आपके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं। तो तो और वो कौन है? वो साक्षी है जो जो सबको देखता है, पर उसको कोई देख नहीं सकता। उसको आप देख नहीं सकते। उसको सिर्फ आप अपने अंतर्दृष्टि से पहचान सकते हो। आप उसको अपनी देखने की शक्ति से, फिजिकल देखने की सेंसेस से उसको पहचान नहीं सकते। सिर्फ अंतर्दृष्टि से आप उसको पहचान सकते हो। जब आप अपने आप को पूछते हो कि मेरा यहाँ होना या ना होना, जैसे मैं सोया हुआ हूँ कि जागा हुआ हूँ, उसका उसकी अनुभूति, उस उसकी दृष्टि किसको किसको है? वो कौन है साक्षी? इसको होना या ना होना, वो दोनों अ, प्रकट होते हैं, है ना? फिर जब हम पहचानते हैं कि मैं सच्चाई में वो हूँ, असलियत मेरी वो है, तब अ, तब सुख भी आ सकता है, दुख भी आ सकता है। दोनों का आना ठीक है। इस जीवन में दोनों आएंगे। ऐसा किसी का जीवन नहीं है जिसमें एक या दूसरा ना हो। तो दोनों आएंगे हर एक के जीवन में। महान ऋषियों के जीवन में भी, जो हमारे अवतार आए हैं उनके जीवन में भी ये सब है। पर सिर्फ इतना है कि वो रहता नहीं है बहुत देर तक, क्योंकि हमारी सच्चाई है वो हमें स्पष्ट हो जाती है। तो तो अ, आपके साथ ये सब हो रहा है, मेरी फुल भावनाएं आपके साथ हैं। पर इवन ये सब जो हो रहा है उसको भी आप यूज़ कर सकते हो ये देखने के लिए कि जो दुख का भी साक्षी है उसके ऊपर दुख आ सकता है क्या? जो सुख का भी साक्षी है वो कभी सुखी या दुखी होता है क्या? फिर आप देखोगे कि वो ही आपकी सच्चाई है, और ये जीवन एक आना जाना है। ये जीवन आता है और जाता है। पर
थैंक यू सो मच
बिल्कुल,
फादर।
सो वेलकम,
थैंक
सो
यू सो
वेलकम,
मच फादर।
सो
एक
वेलकम।
रिक्वेस्ट है आपसे
हाँ,
कि मेरी फ्रेंड ने बताया है कि आप का ये स्पीच बहुत ही पावरफुल होता है, लेकिन वो इंग्लिश में होता है। तो प्लीज हिंदी में आप कब स्टार्ट करेंगे? हमारे कुछ हिंदी लोगों के लिए प्लीज कीजिएगा, आपसे
आपने तो
रिक्वेस्ट है।
अभी अभी सुनी ली मेरी हिंदी कैसी है, तो
बहुत अच्छी है सर, बहुत अच्छी है। बस भावनाएं पहुंचनी चाहिए, वो पहुंच रही है अच्छे से। थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू। तो मैं लास्ट बस ये बोल रहा हूँ कि मैं ये बिल्कुल नहीं कह रहा कि दुख आना नहीं चाहिए। अगर कोई हमारा क्लोज है, उनके साथ ऐसा कुछ हुआ है, तो दुख तो आएगा, वो स्वाभाविक है कि दुख आएगा। तो उसको रोकने की कोशिश मत कीजिए। वो
जी
उसको नेचुरली आने दीजिए, नेचुरली उसको एक्सप्रेस भी होने दीजिए। रोना आ रहा है तो रोइए, कोई बात नहीं है उसमें। अगर आप उसको रोकेंगे तो फिर और वो अंदर अंदर फेस्टर होगा ना, अंदर अंदर वो
श्योर श्योर।
रहेगा। तो ये कुछ आप मत सोचिए कि अगर मैं स्पिरिचुअल हूँ तो मुझे रोना नहीं चाहिए। मुझे आ जाता है कभी कभी रोना सुन के, तो उसमें कोई ऐसा नहीं है। वो तो वो तो आएगा ही। तो बिल्कुल आप अपने आप को बस फ्री और ओपन रहिए, और जो मैंने आपको बोला है कि वो डिस्कवर कीजिए। कभी कभी ये होता है कि हम जब सुनते हैं इंस्ट्रक्शन, जैसे ऋषियों ने बताया हमें कि साक्षी बनकर रहो, तो उसमें ऐसा हो जाता है कि हम अपने आप को बनाने का ट्राई करते हैं वो साक्षी। एक्चुअली वो
यस
साक्षी
यस
ऑलरेडी है, पर हम भूल गए हैं कि हम वो एक्चुअल साक्षी हैं। तो हम फिर जो अपने आप को समझते हैं जैसे ये शरीर को, उसको साक्षी बनाने की कोशिश करते हैं, जो वो कभी बन नहीं सकता, है ना। तो सिर्फ ये करना है कि हमें देखना है कि इस सब का साक्षी कौन है, और फिर आप देखेंगे कि वो तो आप ही हैं, वो आपकी सच्चाई है जो कभी आती जाती नहीं है।
जी, थैंक यू सो मच, धन्यवाद सर।
ओके,
और
सो
फादर थोड़ी ब्लेसिंग भी दीजिए, हम लोग बहुत डर रहे हैं, ब्लेसिंग की अभी बहुत जरूरत है सर।
okay, so just to recap, I won't be able to translate the whole thing, of course, but just to recap a little bit. Sometimes what happens is that in Indian spirituality, like when I started getting into spirituality here also, I was often given this instruction that I must become, or stay as the witness, or become the witness, like remain as the witness. So what then I would attempt to do is try to make the wrong one, who I considered myself to be, try to bring that one into a witnessing position. So then what would happen is that I would look at, for example, sight, and try to remain as the one who is perceiving all of this visual perception. You see, but that was unnatural because in the instruction a lot gets lost in translation. So the point is not to stay or to remain, but to discover and to intuit that actually I am the witnessing itself in my reality. I am not that which is coming and going, not that which is moving. I am that ultimate witnessing principle itself, which does not come and go with the birth and death of the entire universe. You see, all of this comes and goes. And I was quoting the great sage Ashtavakra, who said, "You are the boundless ocean in which the arcs of the universes, they come and go." Beautiful, very potent line, which I quote very often. So, what is that telling us about us? That this entire manifest realm comes and goes, and millions of these universes have come and gone for that ultimate reality which we are. You see, so the point is not to try and become that or to try and remain that. The point is to discover that that is what our ultimate nature is. You see, otherwise, what could happen, and it happens to many spiritual seekers, is this idea that I, as the body mind, have to now remain as the witness. You see, no, the witness is witnessing even the play of this body mind as part of this whole manifest universe. You see, so when we are looking at the manifest universe as something that comes and goes, and therefore ultimately not real, we must not forget to include the body, the mind, and everything that comes along with that, including these emotions and things. Otherwise, what can happen, and was happening in her case, is that she was feeling like I should not feel grief because I should remain as the witness. You see, but that is not it. Even the grief can be allowed to come, the peace can be allowed to come, love can be allowed to come, anger can be allowed to come, everything can be allowed to come. But as long as we are not taking a slice of the manifest, you see, a slice of the manifest universe, and saying that this is me and the rest is not me, you see, either you take the whole thing as you, or you take no thing as you. You see? So those are the two main spiritual paths. We do a neti, 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 neti to come to a recognition of that pure witnessing awareness principle. And we recognize that the distinction between the manifest and the unmanifest fades that way, or we include everything, including space, including time, everything as ourself. And like I keep saying, don't forget to include the elephant in the room, which is the witnessing, the awareness. You see, and once you include that and everything, you will see that all distinctions vanish even then. You see, So whether we include, or niti, exclude, you come to the same recognition. You see, so that's why both of these are the two ways where you come to the same. If you go fully, but if you go a little bit here, then back a little bit there, so just fully. If we go and we stay with our pure insight, you will come to the same recognition where there are no distinctions at the end of the day, where nothing truly can be said, you see, but can be recognized in the knowing of the heart. Dear? Okay, yes, we have Jada. I was going to call her Sida again, but Jada.
Hello, Father.
Hello, my dear.
So beautiful to see you again. Actually,
Thank
without this one, I'm not so able to hear you. But let's see. I just wanted to meet with you. I don't know.
you. It's okay.
I'm in so much comfortable place actually
Yeah.
because I also share it with you that I'm in a journey and actually I have come to visit uh, Prophet Abraham's Makam in
Uh-huh.
the middle part of Turkey. I just somehow feel him so much in my heart and I feel to come here. And of course, it's just too amazing, just everything. And yeah, but sudden lockdown has come and I have lost my identity card and some information has deleted in government and I cannot move from here and no money, nowhere to go. I really don't know. It's just
Oh.
happening like this. Yeah. But
So,
I
you have some friends, or how do you take care of day to
no
day?
nothing here. Nothing here.
Acha,
But
acha.
I don't know. Actually, I started this journey without having no idea also, like no money, but it just unfolds it amazingly. And I don't know, it was like for me to really put it into a test, like through surrender. And I hear also the Prophet Abraham is kind of a, um, like his very being is like complete surrender and it just unfolds like this and for me it's like a really to put it into a test and it's just unfold like this and actually I'm just so much at ease and I don't know, it's just so beautiful to experience this. But yeah.
Very good, my child. So sometimes we run out of moves, no, as Guruji says, and that is the best surrender. And I cannot imagine a more auspicious place to run out of moves than you.
Yes, Father. And Father, when you say run out of move, it's as if it has to, I'm run out of move, but it's just not like this at all.
Yeah,
It's like I am run out of moves,
yeah,
and I don't know, just
yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
just so beautiful. And actually, I could move yesterday, and before I come here, also it was just so much in my heart that I want to meet with Father there, and I'm so happy to meet with you here also.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you. And
And
I
if we
also
can do something at a practical level in the Sangha, then get in touch and we'll see whether. Because in India, we have all these. You have your phone at least with you, apparently. That's why you can join.
sorry,
So,
it's just so funny. Before I come here, also my phone has broken, so I had
oh,
to get a one. Just so funny. And yeah, at
yeah.
least.
But I was saying that in India, we have these applications on the phone now, where a lot of the payment and things, like I've not used cash for a long time, and on the phone itself payments are possible. I don't know how it is there, but if we can help with any of that, let us know, and we're there for you.
I don't know. And actually, I listen your conversation
Yeah.
before me, and I don't know. I just feel to share something about this too, especially during this journey. Um, Father, for a couple of years, I don't speak so much and I don't connect with beings so much. And after this journey starts almost 1 week ago, I don't know, I just connect connect with beings a lot, and it feels just so natural, incredibly natural. It's not an effort at all, and it doesn't feel as socializing too. And at some point I thought that we are also in silent retreat, but it doesn't feel like I move, just everything just becomes so like this. And as you said, all the feeling comes, but they are not a problem at all, not at all. And I even say that I enjoy my anger too, just everything is just here, and I kind of enjoy everything. And
Yeah.
like even expressing anger, even there is a shout, like everything is just so on. And when you speak about this witnessing, I don't even like try to find this witness. I don't know. Just everything is just so one, like all my moves, like. And maybe yesterday I thought that I was in a very beautiful place. Now it's closed. I cannot show you.
Oh.
And I was just sit there, just sit, nothing. And I thought that maybe I should pray, maybe I need to do something. And I try, but it doesn't feel natural. Like it didn't come from my heart, but when it comes, it just comes. So I don't know. It's just I live so much in naturality.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, like this.
Good, my dear. Very good, very good. Very happy.
Yeah, I'm so happy to. So would you like to see around a little bit?
Yes, of course we will.
So I'm in Moscow now to speak with you. I have come here, but also I don't know so much about Abraham, but this place, maybe before I show, but you can hear me. You can hear me well, right, Father?
Yes,
I can hear you,
quite
but
well. Yes, I can
okay.
hear you quite well. Yes.
So in Quran also the story is being told is that Abraham is a prophet, he is the father of Moses and Jesus Christ and also the Holy Prophet Muhammad, and he is confronting the king, like I don't know how to translate, but he's a prophet, just he confronts everyone. So the king decided to put him into fire to death. And then in Quran, the Allah says that fire, please be kind to, not kind, but I cannot translate, please be kind to the Abraham. And then the fire didn't burn Abraham. Abraham continued to live. And it says that the fire turned into this lake. And yeah, this
Acha,
is the
this lake.
place. And
I see.
it's very beautiful and peaceful place.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. It's just so beautiful to be here, Father.
Yes. Very good.
And when I come here, I just pray a lot for the Sangha and all those who suffer from COVID too. And may Abraham grace also be upon all of who needs. And And I feel all of you just so much here with me, and wherever I go, actually, you are always with me. And thank you for this too.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you, my child. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, I see a new name. Shubh. Shubh can come.
Hello.
Hello, my dear.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam. Namaste.
So Guruji, I want to take my position.
Yes.
This body is watched
Yeah.
and even thought is watched,
Yeah.
and I see the watcher also.
Yes. Yes.
But
But you go ahead. You go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah.
uh, that doesn't last for long.
Okay. Okay.
Even
So
when I speak, I can see who is speaking. The heart is beating, and I can observe some sensation, but still inside I can see nothing.
mm, yes. Yes.
And
So
I mean, when I'm saying I want, I have limitation to say that,
yeah.
but inside still nothing. I, I, I don't want to say further anything, but I need your blessing, Guruji.
Yes. 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 So all my blessings are with you, and I'll give you some tips also, and see if we can just have a bit of a conversation together about this. And this is for everyone, because this is what we are here for, to come to the true discovery of the self. No? So firstly, I just want you to relax a bit. Like right now, it looks like you're performing some surgery or something. It looks very this thing. Just settle down, just relax. This It's not difficult. You don't have to focus your attention. Just in a very open and relaxed way, just try to follow what I'm saying, and tell me from there, with the innocence of a child, what you notice. So you said something very nice. You said, I noticed that the heart is beating. You see, I notice the sensation, all of these sensations. So we can expand that to every perception, every sensation that you perceive, isn't it? Now,
Yes,
very effortlessly, we are able to say that I can see. You see, I can see. And yet, this I itself cannot be seen, at least perceptually, you cannot see it, isn't it? The I which sees, that itself cannot be perceived as a perception. If you're with me, just tell me yes. Otherwise, you can tell me if there's a doubt about that.
Guruji, when I see, I can see that, I mean, when I am talking with you, I can able to see, I mean, from, if I take from the second word position and first word position,
Yeah.
I can see that the second word is talking. I mean, second word is saying the talk. If I am referring the first word
Yes. Yes.
as
Yes.
in daily life, doing stuff.
Yes. Yes. So you can witness even the second bird. You see, but you cannot perceive it as sight, sound, taste, touch, or smell, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes. So that which is witnessing even the operation of this consciousness, of this being, which itself can be intuited as a presence, as a beingness. You see, that awareness, you see, is you. You cannot know that conceptually or physically in any worldly way, in through any senses, you see. And yet This self knowledge of you yourself as this awareness is innate to you. You see, it is just that the ignorance of taking yourself to be the first bird and even ultimately the second bird, you see, is kept aside. And then you see that you are that which witnesses the coming and going even of consciousness, of beingness. You see? So how do we come to that? Like if I ask you a simple question, are you aware now? What is your answer?
uh, it's like when I pay attention,
Yeah.
I can see there is nothing, but the still talk is going on.
Okay, okay. So first you have to follow my first instruction, which is to relax a bit. I know it can sound strange because you're trying to do something, you're trying to get it. You see, you're trying to bring your attention to it, but attention cannot get to it. None of your effort can bring that to you. You see? So just let go of your effort for a moment. Just relax. How are you sitting and talking to your friends? Just become like that. You see? Just unwind. It's not a difficult task. It's not an attention could go to the ultimate self. We would say, okay, attention, go there, go there, go there, and there the self is. But you know what that would mean? That would mean that your self is also objective if your attention could go to it. You see? And because that would mean that everything that attention brings, it comes and goes. So if the self was also a product of your attention, it would also come and go. So then that could not be it. You see? And that is why I'm saying that no forcing, no effort, nothing, just in a great simplicity you will discover this what I'm talking about. In a great openness you will discover this what I'm talking about. You see? So so that which is aware of your being, when you were referring to the second bird, what were you really referring to? Can we make sure we are on the same page first?
When I say something, within me is observing that conversation.
Okay.
So that is
Now,
what I am
yes, yes.
referring as second bird.
Very, very good, very good. And that is noticing or observing all sensations, all perceptions, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes, very good. Now, that, even that, you see, it is something within you see, but not within you like spatially within, no?
it's a vacant. We cannot say there is object which is observing the second word.
Yeah,
This is a thin layer, or we can say something like sense logically, or like by language I can say that
yeah,
there is again a layer of sense which is observing this second word also.
yes, 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 yes. Very good. So that layer of intelligence or layer of just pure awareness, it's not like we're just using words to communicate. So that, can you find it through applying your attention? Is it something that your attention is bringing to you?
uh, doesn't require attention, but yeah, if I engage in daily activity, then that time I need to put attention. Otherwise, if I'm talking right now with you, then
Yeah,
it exists there. But when I do my regular work, like office work,
yeah.
it lost there because it
Okay,
needs more manual effort, and that
okay,
time it go away.
okay. So are you certain of this, that it goes away?
I mean, it doesn't go away, but I am not able to be at that position when I am
Okay,
engaged with my daily routine work.
okay. And otherwise, are you able to be in that position?
When I am alone, seeking ideal, then I can see that, and I mean, I I feel. I mean, I can't say I, but yeah, that time I observed that.
Okay. Okay. So now suppose that this was a conversation you were having at work. Your mouth is moving, words are coming out. This mouth is moving, words are coming out. All of them are being perceived by the second bird, isn't it? Now try to lose that third word. Lose it. Don't try to find it, try to lose it. Don't be the witnessing principle. Don't be the awareness that is aware even of the second bird. Don't be that. Try to do that. Can you do it?
Then there is nothing. It's void.
Yes, but who is aware even of nothing?
Hmm. There is nothing. It's just, even who is aware, that is also there is nothing.
Yes, yes,
Just
but how
just
does this information come to you? If even you are not there, then how do you know it is true like that? You're not imagining it. You see, you're not imagining it, and you're not making it up conceptually. So
yeah.
you, as that primal witnessing, must still be there to even observe whether there is something or there is nothing.
So inside I see nothing. Even
Yeah. The eye that sees nothing or something, you see, how is that known that it is you? How do we call it I? If it's complicated, I can rephrase. Okay, so let me try to make it simpler. You reported that at a particular point there is nothing, no, and you are not making it up. You are not just conceptually saying something. You are saying that I know really at that point there is nothing. You see, but to know that there is nothing, it is not just conceptual knowledge. You see, you are saying it is your intuitive experience in a way without using that word. You see, but you have to be there to even have that intuitive insight that there's a point at which there is even nothing. Are you with me?
yeah. But Guruji, at
Yes.
that point I'm stuck.
Yes.
If I am observing that nothingness,
Yes.
how do I explain that? I don't have other way to saying that I can see there is nothing.
Yes, yes, yes. But the I itself, are you counting that in the nothing? The I that sees that there is nothing, are you counting that in the nothing itself?
Yes.
You see? So then, when the something comes and goes, does the I change its quality and become a something?
No, that time still again it is still vacant. I mean, still there is nothing.
Yes, but this is because it is perceptually nothing, that you cannot find an attribute or a quality of it. By that standard, it is nothing. You see, but actually, it is not nothing. It is no thing. It is not a thing because it doesn't have a quality or a shape or a size. And and there are times like in deep sleep where there is no phenomena, you see, and then in the waking state where this whole universe of phenomena shows up. But you, that which is absent of any quality, any shape, any size, remains that unchanging no thing, isn't it? Now this we cannot see through any sort of perception, through any sort of attention, and we cannot think our way to this. Like we cannot convince our way into this because it will become another belief. You see, you just have to come to it like you're coming now, as direct intuitive insight. You see, that you cannot see it, and yet it is known that it is not a thing. I am not a thing. You see, because in the absence of all things also I witness the absence of all things. Otherwise how would I report that there is a time where there's an absence of all things. I have to be there to say, no? Like if somebody, I use this example sometimes, this metaphor. If you told me that the wall behind me changes color, sometimes it is fully black, sometimes it's fully white, sometimes it's other colors, then I would say, okay, did you witness that? You see, you say, no, 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 when it becomes black, I am not there. So then I would say, but how do you know then it becomes black? You see, you have to be there as the non-phenomenal witnessing to be able to confirm that there is a time where all phenomena goes away. Otherwise, your report would just be conceptual, which I can tell it is not.
In this conversation,
Yeah.
uh, there is still some time. I mean, mind is coming when there is little distraction,
Yes.
but
And that's fine.
otherwise,
And that's fine because all the perceptions of the world can come. You see, all the perceptions of the world can come, and your attention can go to them also. Because this discovery of yourself as this no thing, is it dependent on your attention?
no.
Isn't it? So attention can go wherever it wants. You see, attention can go to thought, it can go to body sensation, it can go to what we call the world, it can go to any of that. But the fact is that no matter how far attention seems to go, it is always tied like with a leash to the self. No, it is always reporting back to that no thing itself. You see, so don't worry about what is the content which attention is bringing to you. Just be concerned with what is the content being brought to. Is that itself possible to perceive with attention? So simply put, what is on the other end of attention? On one end is all the perception, sensation, all the qualities and attributes. But what is on the other end?
Other end, there is nothing.
Yes, but you are there, no? It is coming to you, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes. So therefore, you are that attributeless, qualityless reality which cannot be encompassed in anything or any phenomena. You see? Why I'm always saying this is because when we hear, and sometimes all the others who are hearing this may feel like, oh, I'm nothing there, therefore I must be like a void or something like that. You see? But no, you're beyond even somethingness and nothingness. You see? Because all of this can come and go, but you remain. So one tip I want to give you is that if you're visualizing yourself as some dark empty space which is which your thinking is aware or something, it is not like that. That is another visual. So just ask yourself very simply, what is aware even of that dark empty place, you see, or dark empty visual. So no visualization, I mean, you can use every visualization to come to this, you see. So if the mind is creating a duality for you, which is to paint you yourself as a empty, dark empty room type thing, and the world as a bright manifest thing, then that representation is not true, because you have to ask yourself what is aware even of that dark space. Even that is part of the world manifestation. You see, many of you will get surprised to hear that. But even if we perceive some what we think is pure emptiness, but it is still perceived, it is still part of the manifest, not the unmanifest. Have I gone too far?
no,
Good, good. So whatever you are able to perceive, you see, when you ask yourself what is aware even of that, you will see that we cannot give it any quality, and actually we cannot even give it the quality of nothingness or somethingness, because even this, like, it's not an absence or a presence, it is beyond absence and presence. You see, so both the absence, which is like the full void of dark and empty, and the presence, which is the full manifest universe of light and sound and time and space, you are aware of that, you see, as the third bird.
thank you.
Very good, very good, very good. I'm happy to hear from you.
Guruji,
Yes.
I want blessing from someone around me
Yeah.
who is totally engaged in worldly life,
Yeah.
and they think that living and dying is just a phenomena, and they even don't think to observe thing beyond that. I
Yes.
have very near my near about who
Yeah.
doesn't know this thing. And
Yes.
I pray for them to at least
Yeah.
they have some thought that living and dying is not just phenomena.
Yes.
We need to think something out of that. So I need your blessing so that they can also look into this. And they are very near to me.
Yes. Yes. All my blessings that by Guruji's grace may this one have the urge to come to the discovery of their true self and
Yes,
be free from this cycle of suffering and make believe events. So, and full blessings for that.
okay, good.
Thank you. Ah, I see there's a Hindi satsang committee being formed in the chat. Okay, lots of hands. So those who have come up already can put their hands down, so it makes it easier for me. Okay, Edgard has had his hand up for quite a while, and then Atma Jyoti as well.
Good morning,
Hello, good
Father.
morning. Yeah.
Good morning over here.
Ah, very good, very good. Happy to see you.
Yes. I feel like there is some factor which like forces me kind of like not in a bad way, but rather in the good one, forces me to pay attention to the own functioning of the mind, and then like reduce the thoughts in my mind at the moment of speaking right now. You
Yeah,
know, because uh, like looking back, let's say 10 minutes ago,
yeah,
I can say that my reality of the experience at that moment,
yeah,
was like some thought being the central factor in my experience and, following the thought, but I didn't realize that at the moment. And right now, like, I can see it was just a thought. So in this way, I can say that whenever I'm in satsang, like, I realize how much I really suffered, you know, because at the moment, maybe yesterday, I was going through, I don't know, like, working, and I didn't feel like I was suffering, but comparing it to the experience of this moment, like the bliss or of talking to you and, the whole love of the Sangha, then comparing that to my previous experiences, then I indeed was suffering. So I need to keep that factor like constant in my life, but I really don't know what it is. Maybe it is just grace.
yeah.
And uh, maybe speaking about this, I kind of think I'm hopeless on this subject, on this
Oh,
thing, because if it is an external factor like
I lost you, my dear. Is it my connection or is it yours?
us,
Oh,
sometimes like
you're back.
I am interested in other things
Yes, yes.
like
Sorry, my love. We lost you in the middle.
playing Okay, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was saying that even my interest for spirituality, so called,
Yeah.
is coming and going. Like I sometimes feel interested in other things, like playing or watching TV or other things. And I don't know. Like if I trust your words, then it would mean that there is a me who can do things. And but I already, like, I try to trust your words
Yeah.
as much as I can, but sometimes, like, I find myself suffering, and that means that I am not following right.
Yeah.
um I don't know, I feel at a loss sometimes. Then hope comes and I feel up again. So this whole thing, like, as you said, you wanted, no, I mean, you said that all these things just dissolve in your realization or something like that. And I really resonate with what you say, but I want it, like, to be my experience right now. But uh, I don't know, like, I feel that I cannot make it happen.
Yeah.
Some just when I'm satsang, like, I feel I'm there. Just using the words,
Yes.
I'm there, I'm there. So, but when I'm out of that, uh, I can see right now that when I'm out of that, I don't feel the same way. So
Yeah.
that is okay.
Good. 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 I always enjoy hearing your words, like I tell you every time you come. It's very honest and very courageous. So it's very good. Sometimes I jokingly tell everyone because I often hear this report that, Father, before we came to satsang, I had such a big problem, and now I'm sitting in front of you and I'm looking at it and saying it is nothing. You see, so that's not fair because when I go back, the problem will still come back, and you're not helping me with that problem. So what to do? It is maybe Guruji's blessing to, so so I don't have to deal with too many problems that way. He's just given me this blessing in this way. So it seems to work in this way. Now, one thing I want to tell you, because you have the ears for it, is that the one that has that linear story is not you. See? And if you try to balance out or fix or try to keep that one in a particular sort of state of being or something like that, you will just struggle more and more and more. You see? So I know it can sound like too much sometimes because it can feel like, but I have a very valid narrative based on my observation, and my memory is very clearly telling me this is what happens really in my case. But you are fully aware that if I was to ask you, hey, who's that me, by the way? You would say, no, no, but that is not my reality. I have had that intuition. You've had that intuitive insight that it is not your reality, isn't it? So when we try to make this discovery, which you're coming to that intuitive recognition of, a part of your linear narrative as somebody who's running a linear life from birth to death, it is going to become impossible and it's going to cause a lot of spiritual suffering. You see, because these ideas of maybe then I'm not good enough, or can we really do this, do I really have any control over doing any of this, you see, is a mixing of a couple of identities, no? The doer, individual doer identity, as well as the one who is pure consciousness itself, you see, is being mixed up somewhere over there and try to get on the same page or ride the same horse, which cannot happen. You see? So the gift is that, or my invitation in satsang is that at least during the time where you're in satsang, just come to this insight about what you are and reject all false narratives which concern that which you're not. You see, and then to keep bringing you back to satsang is my problem. You see, that you leave that to me, because the fear comes, and I've heard of this often, that if I get too involved in my stories, then I may not come back to satsang, and I don't want to spend another lifetime in that delusion. You see, this kind of thing, and that is not there. The longing is true in your heart, and that is why you're here. You see, and for you to keep coming back is for me to do. You don't worry about that. You see, and sometimes you're watching TV, you're playing games, all of that is fine. It's not getting in the way of anything. You see, but when you're in satsang, then follow what I'm saying. Reject the false narrative of the false self. Reject the ignorance of that, taking yourself to be that which you're not, and the rest is my problem to do. Yes, is this a good deal?
Oh, okay. Uh, I
But
feel like I don't have any. No, 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 no. I feel like I don't have anything to do. Like,
yeah,
like you say, this is a good deal.
yeah,
Deal. Like I agree to do something. You agree to do something.
yeah.
But I feel like your deal is like leaving me with nothing to do.
Yes, it's true. It's true. Because there's really nothing for you to do, or that which doesn't exist obviously can never do anything. It is only the idea that it can do something, the one that doesn't exist, which causes all this suffering and misery. So now I'm making it helpless and fully surrendered by saying, okay, for you there is nothing to do. You see, and when I say it is my problem, I'm referring to ourself, our being as one being, as consciousness, which will keep bringing itself back to this reality of what it is. You see, so
Okay.
so you, which could take itself to be a sort of limited body mind entity, which could have some agency or volition or doership. You see, I want to divest it of all of its entitlements to doership, and then empty of all of that. You see, you will see how consciousness is just so beautifully unraveling all of this.
O- Okay. Okay.
Very good,
Okay.
very good, very
Thank you.
good. So welcome, so welcome. Okay, I see Lakwinder again. I see that her video is on. You want to try again, my dear? Are you trying to say something? We can't hear you. We see your video a bit. Acha. I just want to tell you firstly that um, I saw the video where you're written to Guruji, and Guruji has given you his full blessings, and as his son, um, I am in service to you. Yes, yes, yes. Please, my dear, please.
Guruji, please help me.
Yes, yes, yes.
Guruji, can't tell you my Lord. I can't tell you what I'm going through.
If there's one thing I can do for you right now, what is that you would want?
Guruji, I want to be at your feet, my Lord. I can't live life like this. From 1 month I am suffering. I don't know what is happening, Guruji.
I'm
If
here.
I want to end my life, it should be at your feet, my Lord, at your feet, my Lord, at your feet. I don't want to live like this.
Yes,
I am living like slaves, my Lord, slaves.
yeah, yeah.
Please call me, call me. Guruji, I have not slept from 1 month. I
Yes,
don't.
yes, my dear. Yes, yes. I can see. I can see your
Guruji, I
body
can't
is.
understand. I can't understand what is happening. happening? What is happening? I don't know. I don't know, Guruji.
Yes, yes, my dear. Yes. So I want to tell you that all my love, all my blessings are with you right now. Now,
Guruji, I don't want to spend life like this. I don't.
what is
Please,
happening
my
to you?
Lord, please, please, please. I don't know what hell is going on here, Guruji.
Yes, yes, yes. What is physically disturbing you at the moment? Is there something in your environment which is bothering you?
Yes, yes, Guruji, yes.
Yeah.
Guruji, I, I can't tell you, I can't.
Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Did you tell Pankaj? Pankaj has been in touch with you, no? Every day he sends you WhatsApp message, and you also writing to him or no?
Guruji, I don't know. But I can tell you one thing that these are negative things, negative things.
Yes,
They want to end the life of this body.
I see. Who is they? This is your family or who are they?
Yes, my brother, my brother.
I see. I see. So,
Guruji, I am going through intense pain. I can't tell you, Guruji.
acha, acha.
If this body wants to go, it should be at your feet, my Lord, at your feet.
So if we
You are my father. You are my father. You are my father. You are my father.
okay. So can I just ask you one more thing? That a few years back you had written this letter to Guruji, and I saw that you had said that your family is threatening you because you wanted to come to satsang, and
Yes, yes, yes.
I saw that. So is it the same issue now? Is it the same situation, or what
No,
is happening?
Guruji, no. It's very. I can't tell you, Guruji. I can't tell you.
Okay. So do one thing. Why don't you send your address details to Pankaj, and Radha is also in touch with you, so you can send it to either of them, and we will try to organize some help for you. At least somebody can
Yes,
visit you.
please, my Lord, please, Guruji, please,
Yeah.
please,
I will request
please.
some. You are in the north, no? You are in Punjab, or where are you?
Yes, Guruji, yes.
Oh,
Punjab.
okay. So you please send them your address, and we'll have somebody
Okay,
visit your.
Guruji. But my last wish is to end this life of this body and you think, but not here, Guruji, not here. Guruji, I am living only for you, my Lord, only for you.
Okay. I'm complete. I'm completely with you, and you have Guruji's blessing also.
Guruji, I am thirsty, I am hungry, I know how I spend my day.
I see, I see, I see. Okay, okay.
Guruji, they have even locked, they have even locked, they have called one Baba here and she put sword here and pressed so badly, Guruji. I know how I am surviving. Please, Father, kindly help. Please, Father, kindly help.
Yes, yes, my child. Yes, yes.
My
We will.
all hopes are on you, my Lord.
Yes, my dear. You please send me through Pankaj or other. Send me the address, and we will try to get somebody to visit you very soon.
Okay, my Lord, okay.
All my love. Don't worry, Guruji is there with you, and
Don't
this
leave,
time is
don't leave me, Guruji. I can't live without you. My father, I can't live without you. Without you, I can't live. My father, my father, my father, my father. Please, Guruji.
I'm with you, Nitya. I'm with you.
Guruji, please don't leave my hand. Please, I want to. Please, my Lord, please help me, please.
Yes, I'm always with you, always with you. And at the physical level, also, we'll try to get somebody to visit you and see what is going on there.
Yes, please, my Lord, please, my Lord, please. My Guruji, my Guruji, my Guruji. My Guruji.
Yes. I'm there with you. I'm there, my child. I'm there. If I get some of your Sangha sisters to give you a call, will you be able to speak to them and explain to them more in detail about what's happening really? So I think Radha has already tried to get in touch with you. Will you call her or will I ask her?
Guruji, I am thirsty, I am thirsty, Guruji.
Yes, my child. That we'll do. We'll definitely send someone to you, try and send someone to your house. But in the meanwhile,
Guruji, my only desire was to merge in truth. I don't know what is happening, Guruji. Really, I don't know. Grace knows, Grace knows. Grace is taking my body here, there, saving my life, Guruji, from so many days. But Guruji, you are my last hope, my father, my last hope, my last hope, my Lord, my last hope. You are my last hope.
my full heart prayer is that may all your afflictions be healed. My full prayer from the heart is this. And may you discover your true reality. And whatever
Guruji,
affliction
they were even saying that I am insane. We will tie you. I don't know. I am surviving, Guruji, in a worst condition. You can't imagine, my Lord. You can't imagine that how this body is surviving, Guruji.
yes, my dear. I'm very sorry to hear that, and my heart pains to
Guruji,
see you.
please
And
meet me. your feet, my Lord, to your
Yeah.
feet, to your feet, my last wish.
What is the exact city you're in?
Guruji, I am in Punjab,
Yeah. Which place?
Ludhiana, city Ludhiana. Jagrao is my tehsil means nearby city is Jagrao, and village name is Kamalpura.
Okay. Okay. Okay, my dear. We'll try to get you some help immediately. As soon as satsang is over, let me speak to
Please,
some.
my Lord, please, please, please.
See, everybody in the chat is also saying that they are with you and they want to help you. I'm going to also talk to some friends in the north and see how we can send somebody to your house. Will you send Pankaj your address immediately? You have his number. No? Pankaj, are you here? Yeah.
Yes, Father, I am here. Yeah.
Thank you, my love. So,
I can't hear you properly though.
okay, because we removed the mic because we have to use
Yeah.
this. Now, what we will do is we will get to Lakwinder's address and I will speak to some people in the north who can maybe make somebody visit her house and see what the exact situation is over there and try and get her the help that she needs. So, you send him your address, yes, right now? You comfortable doing that, my dear? Lakwinder, you're comfortable doing that, my dear? You're comfortable sending your address to him? Yes? Okay. I will ask immediately after Satsang from Pankaj, and let's see if we can get somebody to visit you. Okay, my dear. Till then, keep Guruji in your heart and don't worry. We're with you. We're with you fully. Thank you, Pankaj, my dear. Okay, Atmajyoti can come. Yeah, my dear. You can say, did you mute again?
Yeah, I think by mistake, sorry. I don't know, just like the whole, since I woke up, I was like, raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand. The only thought I had today, raise your hand. And as soon as I rose it or raised it, I don't know, English. And like my whole chest just lit on fire and just like, I don't know. So maybe those strong mind attacks, they somehow, I don't know, just like that, somehow subsided and became with, again, like with so much gratitude, with, oh my God, why me? But in a sense, like with, wow, thank you so much. And yes, but the funny thing is, and it's not like I'm just like complaining about it. It's more like an exposing, like more. I feel whatever I share those things is more like standing up for myself, but not as a person, but as a presence, like against the Maya, or I don't know. Sometimes it just feels like this. Oh, tears are coming! Yay! And yes, and right now that there is quite a lot of fear, which is like actually surprises me a lot, because I would never even have a thought that I would be afraid to, I don't know, disappear as a person, or as, I don't know, because I had all those experiences where there wasn't anything, and now there's this fear arising, and it's more like sometimes it's a fear that all of this will come back, all those attacks, and that I won't have enough presence to hold it in me. I don't know. Does that make any sense what I'm saying? Because I don't understand myself very well. And just the silly thought of disappearing, not that disappearing, but that all of this will disappear. Can you imagine? I can't believe it, and it's just like, this is stupid.
You mean disappear permanently? Because it disappears every night, no?
Well, I have a lot of very vivid dreams, so it doesn't. But like, yeah.
So the fear is that if it all disappears, what will happen? What is the message in the fear?
I don't know, Father. It's not like, even when this, whatever is like this, it's so hard for me to say, because mind says some things, right? But the first thing that comes is somewhere here. Let's say pain. If it comes here. The message comes after. Yeah. Fear comes here. Yeah. The messages come after. So I feel like I can't believe those thoughts.
How do you know it is about the disappearing?
I don't know. It's just I'm just like guessing because it suggests those things, you know. It's just suggestions. Like I can choose anything. I can create anything, you know. The feeling, oh, I'm scared because of this or scared because of that, but none of it essentially is true.
Yes.
That's how I see it.
Yes, yes, very good actually. In fact, our whole or the whole message of the mind is to come and tell you this is how you should interpret this. You see, all of his messaging is to try and convince us that this is how things are and this is how it should be interpreted. You see, this is the meaning that this situation or this set of perceptions implies. You see, so and then what can happen is, because it's like that story, I mentioned it in satsang. A child was scared of monsters in the cupboard. No? So his father, who's like a psychologist or psychotherapist, was trying to speak to this child and saying, no, there are no monsters in the cupboard. Don't be scared. It's fine. And the child said, but if there are no monsters in the cupboard, then why is there fear? You see? And that is the kind of interpretive trap the mind puts us in, saying that there must be a cause behind everything. You see, and it is usually the cause that we determine that this cause causes this kind of perception sensation to be experienced, and therefore then we start chasing or trying to find antidote to the cause. You see, but that child's statement about if there is no monster in the cupboard, then why am I feeling fear, is a very powerful sort of statement, no? Because even as a child, after we get into this mode of operating, we start attributing this cause and effect relationship to things, and that can put us in this kind of cage. So then what happens is that we feel like, okay, my fear is about not wanting to disappear, but when we looked, we saw that actually we could have said it's about anything and we could have convinced ourselves that that's what it is. You see, so what is the cause for anything? The cause for anything is consciousness. You see, what is the one cause to everything? It is consciousness. And who experiences that event or that set of sensation and perception? Consciousness. And who experiences these so-called effects of that event is also just consciousness. You see, now the thing is, the minute we insert the me with an individual narrative in that play, that's when it becomes almost impossible to handle. You see, because consciousness by itself has never had any trouble with any of its children, whatever that creation may be. You see, whatever that sensation may be. In the spaciousness of consciousness, everything can come and go. You see, like I was saying last time or one time before, was the room does not object to whatever object can come inside it. You see, it is when we take ourselves to be another object within that room, when the room itself takes itself to be another object within the room, then it can have preferences and say, no, you can't come, this is my space. I want only my friends to come. I want only good things to come. You see, but that takes that for that to happen, we need to take that leap from taking ourselves to be the broad spaciousness, that broad spacious consciousness, to taking ourselves to be the limited object in the room. You see? Now, as consciousness, and without, like, what is freedom? Freedom is not needing a reason. That is the simplest description of freedom. It is not needing an understanding or a reason. You see? So anything can come, but I don't need to find cause and effect relationships in things coming. I don't need to have a conceptual understanding of what is. And you know what happens? The good news is that in that freedom, it is not that any sort of understanding is lost. In fact, we find a broader understanding of everything that is there. You see, the only thing is that that understanding is inexpressible. So to the mind, it's like, but you're just being dumb. What did you get out of any of this? You see, so so that which you have experienced firsthand for yourself, your true nature. You see, for that, nothing, no fear can shake it up. You see, and it is that shakiness which makes us run to reason, like what is the cause of this. But I'm very happy that you're able to spot and say, I could have said anything, that there's a monkey on a tree in the next country or something, which makes that fear come. So very well spotted. You see, as far as that is concerned, um, then then the mind can succeed in its tactic of trying to get us on this wild goose chase of trying to fix the cause instead of us just meeting whatever shows up in our full openness. You see? So if something is coming, it can seem very big and strong, but nothing is too big or strong for you as consciousness. Things may be big or strong even for the body, you see, but nothing is too big or strong for consciousness. And when we start exploring the reason and trying to fix the reason behind it, then we've gone on the wild goose chase of the mind, saying that this causes it, instead of just staying in our full openness with what is. So I know that open and empty does not sound like a very glorious sort of instruction, you see, like a glorious final instruction, like my child, something, something that you could write in a book or something. My master told me, pa da da, you see, something like that. But all I have is just this simple open and empty, which is. Which is just the antidote to all of the mental tactics, no? All of the mind's ways. So just with whatever is coming, just meet it in a full openness, and from there you will see, and you have seen, that nothing that shows up is too much for you or too big for you. You see, but when we involve the one with the narrative in it, the one that has causes and effects in it, then it can become too much. Even the smallest thing can become too much. All you have to deal with is what shows up in that very moment. Is it?
Exactly. I love this one. Yes.
Yeah. Just what shows up
Yes.
in that very moment. And you will see that even that you don't really have to deal with. It is being dealt with. You see, the mind tries to make it such a big, like, existential crisis, no? Because I have this, and then I have that, and then I have this, and then you see, it can make all these up and down sort of adventure roller coaster out of it. But even if you are on a roller coaster, if you're meeting it just moment to moment, you see, you're just fine. You're just fine.
Yes. Somehow, like lately, I became like very, I don't know, like, aware of it, like of this person. I don't know how to call it, of this structure that I think I am.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's like it only happens in the moment, not like something in the
Yeah.
memory or
Yeah.
so. So yeah.
So one thing also you have to do is that everything spiritual that you have to leave with me today.
Oh, take it. Thank you. Please.
Just don't burden yourself with anything at all. Just moment to moment. You cannot deal with what's in the moment spiritually, because to even deal with it spiritually, you have to go to the mind. You have to go to some learned knowledge, something. You have to go to a position. You see, so just that returning to that full innocence with no presumed ideas, no presumed knowledge about even person versus not person, all of that. Just keep it aside. It's fine.
But one more thing,
Yeah.
because I wanted to expose it, and it's like, when, let's say, these things come up, there is like especially when it's like taken very personal and very, is something like but I'm speaking from the memory, okay? It's just like I just want to
Okay. Yeah.
is something like a like I see the mind, or probably it's the mind, I'm not really sure what it is, like wants to know, like there is an answer. Of course it's a mind, because if it wants an answer, it wants to know why it is happening, why this is being experienced, like all this why. And because I sometimes I feel like you give me always the highest, you know, and never give me explanation. Sometimes just like, oh my God, why he's not explaining this to me? You know, there's some I don't know, annoyance a bit of like, but then I see it like, okay. But then again, there is like belief that I have to understand, that I have to know what it is. And by knowing, I will be able to deal with this, because I will know. And this is such, oh my God, even I'm hearing myself speak, this is such a, I don't know.
Very good.
You know?
Very good. I'm glad you said that, because this is the entire game. You see, this is the entire game. We are convinced that only through conceptual understanding can we deal with what is. You see, can we deal with what is in the manifest? Now, the game is just the opposite. You see, when we don't have the need to conceptually understand, we have no trouble in dealing with anything. You see, but the human condition and the cause of all suffering is that we think that we need to be able to put it in our heads first, so that then we can resolve it. You see, but once we put it in our heads, we've already distorted it so much that we can never deal with what is really. You see, because the same situation everybody will put differently in their heads. So, are we actually ever transferring anything true into our heads? Never. You see, because everybody can have a different version of that. So, there's no inherent meaning to be found over there. The inherent meaning is to be found in the meeting with it fully open, fully naked, fully empty.
Yes, I see what you're saying, and I see the same as well, the wanting to know and understand as well. Like, it's quite an interesting thing.
So that's why it came up. This came up now that like freedom. I don't feel like I've said this before. Where freedom is actually just the absence of the need to know or to understand.
But that's the funny thing, and it's such an egoistic thing. Like, what is around, you know, what is happening, it's fine, but I don't need to know. It's God's grace, whatever.
Yeah.
But but I'm saying this with respect. Sorry, like
Yes.
sometimes my language, I don't know. And but when it comes like with this, but it's mine, I need to fix it. You know, this need of control, of controlling my surroundings, my this body, like, and it's such an like, it's I've never been in control. I just had an illusion of it. But this is still this. I don't know. I'm just speaking from the memory. Maybe from now on it's gonna be different, but I doubt that. So, but I see the need, just basic need to control, like control everything.
You're absolutely right that we draw a boundary which is usually the body boundary, but because that body boundary is not good enough usually, we need the boundary of mind. So that can be other people, it can be materialistic things. So we need to keep expanding on that, because the primal need within us to is not to be constrained in this boundary, you see. So the ego takes that need and converts it into this sort of attachment and play of expanding ourselves through adding more and more to the mind, you see. But actually, when we let go of all boundaries, when we let go of all limitations, you see, that is the only way that need is ever fulfilled, you see. So the important thing to ask is that where is the boundary to this me or mine? Is that inherent in the appearance itself? Is the boundary inherent, or does it require work for me to reinforce it?
It's a work, but it's such a, it's an easy work, you know. It's like I don't need to
It's a
struggle for
habitual.
it. It's automatic, basically.
So
That's how I
habitual.
experience.
We got habituated
Yes.
to it.
Yes.
So it's like a habituated suffering. You see, it's become a habitual suffering because we feel like, okay, it's work, it brings suffering. You see, but at least it's something that I can hold on to. What I'm being offered to in satsang is just what is there. What can I really hold on to? You see, what can I use as a crutch? And this guy is not offering me any explanation or any solution. He's just saying
Yes.
let go. What will happen if I let go? You see, why I might just disappear? Then will he be there to take care of me if I let go and disappear? You see,
But
this,
Father, can I interrupt and say something like,
yeah, please.
okay, maybe this is too much to share, but like, when I had my really this, let's say, big experience, right? I did, there wasn't body.
Yeah,
This body that I see right now
yeah,
on the screen
yeah,
was not mine
yeah,
for some, not just for some time, but it somehow, I remember, for me, it felt like I died.
yeah,
Back then, Diana or Atmajoti
yeah, yeah,
died that day, and she
yeah,
no longer exists.
yeah,
And then I remember, I was looking in the mirror and just laughing from all of it, that this is supposed to be me.
yeah.
And it was like, so, I don't know why I'm sharing this, but like, because sometimes I go back to this, but because, like, why this identification? Even this body is not the same that it was this couple of years ago. It grew old, it changed a lot. And I don't, and I feel like it's just here, somewhere here, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, I just feel like I had to share that.
It's good.
Like,
It's good. So independent of whatever memory brings up about those events, you see, those images will come, and we can't really say anything about them. But independent of that imagery that comes, you must empty yourself of any meaning that it has. You see?
yes, because I see as well, like, wanting to understand, wanting to continue the story,
Yeah.
like, it was then, and now this happened, and now I'm here, but this is just,
Yeah.
somehow it's seen that it's an illusion.
Yeah. But even that meaning, that it was an illusion or not an illusion, nothing. Just
Then it's perfect. It's perfection.
yes, but just in conversation, because even that meaning is too much. You see, but yes, just to communicate, we can say like
Yes.
that.
Somehow I want to say but just,
And you're aware of this, but this is the trouble with spiritual experiences. No, this is the trouble because once they become a part of a narrative, and seriously part of a narrative, then they will just cause more suffering. You see, and the only way they can become part of a narrative is if they mean something.
the
The,
thing is
the
that
pure
I'm sorry.
perception of any of it, you see, the pure perception of any of it cannot be included in the narrative. You see? So, in subtle ways, we find ways in which, oh, this is what it meant. I was so free. I saw that I'm not the body. You see, and but then it came back, and you see, all of that belongs to who? It has no
I
owner.
really don't know. I don't know. It's just,
Yeah, and I don't know doesn't cause trouble. You see, and if we accept that we cannot know, at least in our human mind, we cannot know. That causes no trouble. It is only when we feel like I don't know but I have to that we suffer. You see? Yeah. Yes, yes, whatever we are perceiving. Like even memory, we don't know is really memory or what. We don't know whether all of this is a memory. We don't know any of these things. But then that human need to put labels and to say, okay, I got this. This is from the past. This is currently present. This is future. All of this is also part of the human need to label and to understand. You see? But actually, absent of all of that interpretation of this is what it is, what we're going to say, what we're going to do. Does that mean we are lost then? Because this is what the fear the mind gives you. But without any of this, and this is also a good example of this, it's you may just disappear then. If you're open and empty, you just disappear. Or for some, it can be, oh, I'll just be lost then. Like Guruji also before he had the awakening, he used to have this fear that, oh, I'll become like a hunchback beggar then, you see, like roaming the streets. So this is just the mind's way to tell you that without your conceptual reasoning and understanding, you will just be a good for nothing nobody. You see? You don't want to disappear in that way. That's what it tells you. You see? So it grasps on to things which it feels like, okay, you will give meaning to this because hey, you are spiritual now. So your spiritual experiences are definitely meaningful. You will not say, yes, I don't know. Yes, I don't know. Open and empty. You see, so it keeps bringing those in front of you and saying, see, you had this, and then you had this. See, we are almost there. Let's just crack this. Let's just crack this together. Because you had this. You had this, and then you don't have to, like, let's find out a way. So it makes the subtext of the narrative so palpable and says, yes, yes, come on, we can do this. You see, the mind is your friend, and we can do this together. You're almost there. You see, and then it says, okay, what does it make out of you? It makes you that bunch of flesh and blood which seem to go through that linear story and has had then the spiritual experiences belong to that one, not the other way around. You see, not the other way around, which is how it really is. You see, this bunch of falafel belongs to spirit and not the other way around. So what happens is that when we try to make the reverse relationship, it comes with a lot of suffering, and but it also comes with that hope that hey, I had this, I can live like that forever. I'm almost there. So and then it's got you both ways. You can't drop it because hope is there, and you can't keep it because suffering is there. So then we are fully stuck. You see?
Yes. But what you're saying, maybe it used to apply to me like before. Nowadays it's more like something in the memory that sometimes I would play with, but it's not so much believe in that. I see that there was, if there was like there was more presence then, or God was there, not this whoever speaks right now. But I don't know how to
What is
like
option?
what you,
One
like
is option is God, and
huh?
second option is what?
What? I don't know at the moment. I don't know. I even don't. Sometimes I don't like to like label to myself. Oh, this is this because I don't. I really do not know. Like, I don't.
What's wrong with I don't know?
Absolutely nothing. Actually, starting to like it quite a bit.
Very good. If you love I don't know, you'll be just fine.
No, but then I get quite annoyed when other people, they know everything so well. This is this. Just like, is it spiritual or just someone
Yeah.
from the street?
But
It's just
even
like,
to get annoyed with
oh,
you, you have to know something.
that's so true. Ah,
Yeah, so don't like I don't know does not mean we make I don't know into a position, and then we get annoyed with everybody else who seems to know something. No, it is just I don't know. Okay, do they really know? I don't know. Could they be true? Could they be telling the truth? I don't know. Then we can't get annoyed. No?
that's true. Because
Like
if I know that they
very
say
certain
not true,
I
then it's
don't.
annoying.
Exactly, exactly. If you become very certain of our I don't knowing, then that can become problematic. Just be
So
I don't
good that
know
I'm.
about everything, including the I don't know. So someone comes and says blah 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 blah. I don't know,
And I
but
go, "Ugh."
yeah, I don't know. It's very spacious. No? I don't know.
Yes.
Especially there's so much information floating around today, and with this pandemic and all of these things, and just I don't know. Somebody says this is good. I don't know. Somebody says this is good. I don't know. Then someone says, okay, let's go. Let's do this. I say, okay, okay, I follow you. I don't mind. You see? Not always, of course. It just comes from the heart like this. And you've seen this. You were here, and many times you've seen that where somebody will say like this. Somebody will say like that, like that. I say, okay, I'm fine. Whatever, whoever feels like if something is coming from the heart, I'm happy to follow. I'm happy to follow.
Yes. You're such an inspiration. Let's say, I don't know, maybe it's the wrong word to there is someone here like that wants to be like, not follow you, not follow, but I don't know, be like you. I don't know, very much, but not in Ananta like way.
Yeah,
I don't know.
good. That's good.
It's like
That's good.
that's what you point to, that is so like shines in you so much, and it's like I don't know.
That is my blessing for all of you. That the same gift that my father gave me, same gift that he's given me, may he give to all these children, all these Sangha members as well.
Sometimes I think it's like, not to sound like, but like for all of us here in Satsang, it's inevitable.
Yes, yes.
Just it feels like it sometimes.
Yeah, I feel.
But not to
I
sound
feel
like.
that too. I feel that too. But I don't know really, but I feel that too.
Of course. But not to sound like, I don't know what's the word in English. Like, oh, it's inevitable. No, but it's like in true reality, like.
I actually, if you were to ask me for a preference, I prefer you saying this, that it's inevitable, rather than you saying, no, I'm so worthless, it's never going to happen for me.
Wait, maybe next week that's gonna be coming. So I don't know.
Then I'll remind you of the inevitability of freedom.
So yeah, yeah. Don't speak too soon.
I have a habit of doing that all the time.
I don't know. It's like, yeah, sometimes it's funny that the mind, oh, one day this, and then the next day this is drama, then this is drama, then oh my God, it's just like, come on. Actually, I got like quite interesting thing to like when I sit down sometimes, just to sit, like just feeling to sit, and of course the mind comes and quite not always, but and one day that long time ago I was like so annoyed. I was like, this is it, this is all I am, this is only this little stories, that's it, that's all you have to offer. And I was like so annoyed, and it just like vanished. Silence. I was like, come on.
These are fun experiments. These are nice. These are very good contemplations, actually. Fun experiments that we do playfully and naturally, and we say, okay, that's it. That's all you got. Give me something bigger. And say, bah, okay, that's it. That's all you got. Give me something bigger. Woo! When it runs out, no, I give up.
Yeah. I felt victorious that day.
So it subtly sold you that story then, basically.
Oh no. Yes. It was a very good feeling.
Don't worry. I'm just messing around.
Oh, it was so funny. Yeah. But wait, next week I might cry, so let's not. I have this thing that I can't trust this good, and this, I mean good like more light, and when it comes very bad, heavier or bad, it's like I can't trust this bad as well somehow. Like I don't know.
Remember to leave all your spiritual knowledge here today when you go. Like all the stuff that you didn't know before you became spiritual, that should not bother you anymore.
Like what? Sorry.
Like even the distinction between some energetic lightness and heaviness and all of that. We didn't know this before we came into spirituality, did we?
No, but I still knew what feels good or bad. No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It was like,
much more simple, no? Like life was much more simple. I feel bad today. I had a fight with my boyfriend. I'm going to eat a tub of ice cream. Finish. It's not so complicated about, oh, I'm taking myself to be me and I'm taking him to be another and all this spiritual explanation.
Father, actually, I don't have this. Like, I don't know why.
What?
Like, no, like what you said. Like, I don't have this a lot of spiritual.
That's good then. Then there's no trouble. Then there's no
How
trouble.
to call it this?
Spiritual baggage.
I don't know why. I feel like it's been created, but then it was soon seen that it's quite nonsense.
Yeah.
And this, I have this feeling like there's no surge here. It haven't been for quite a while, so it's not searching for. It's just like I would say I shouldn't know that, but I know. But it's more like dealing with this habits, let's say. I don't know. Like all of us, I guess, not just unique to me. No. I don't know.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, sorry, this has been a long conversation. So it's like I'm very
No,
glad I
I
spoke those
enjoyed it
things.
very much. I enjoyed it very
Yeah,
much.
me
It's
too.
always-
Okay. And no
Thank
crying. Oh my god. Feeling quite victorious again for the crying. This is a big deal. So. Oh god. Okay. Thank you, Father.
Thank you. Very good. Okay, many hands. Sylvia has been up for quite some time. Then Atma Vidya.
Hello.
Hello, my dear.
I can see you.
When I speak, it'll come up again. Yes, yes. You mute again? 1 second.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's nice. It's nice to see you again.
Thank you.
And, my mind has prepared a lot of things, but I don't want to listen. I simply want to speak with you and to enjoy too a little bit of India and to be with my brothers and sisters in India.
Thank you.
I don't know how to express, but in my heart, yes. I just want to say that in this satsang I didn't I I couldn't listen to you very much. I don't know why. A little bit or more ego come and egoism and something like this and energy, and I feel like to expose this. I don't know what to do with this.
It can
And
also happen after a bit of a break. It can also happen like that after a bit of a break, where you come back into the satsang environment and you're not used to my vocabulary a bit and my way of expression, and the mind can use that opportunity to try and distract you or attack you and attack me, attack everyone. It can use that as a full attack platform. But that defrosting can happen over the next few weeks if by Guruji's grace satsangs continue again, then some of that will start to settle down a bit. You see? It's very natural.
okay,
Don't worry so much about that. It's fine. It's fine.
thank you.
And
If I may say something that I can say that I can see that um, in this one there are things that want to express, but I saw in even in satsang and in the last few days, like ego, it's blocking me to speak. And also I could hear Guruji said about this, and I don't know, I want to expose this because I feel in my heart it's more than I can speak. And
Yeah.
I just
Yeah. Both is okay. Okay, don't worry. Either way is okay. If something feels to express, I remember actually many years ago I met Guruji in 2009, and then what happened is that I went on the. I sent him an email from my Gmail to his Gmail, where because the sangha was quite small those days, so those things were possible those days. So then what happened is one day I logged on to my Gmail and we used to have this thing called G Chat. I don't know if you remember this Google Chat. And who do I see on the Google Chat is Guruji, and I couldn't believe it, because I had just met him. So for me, he was just like some mythical being. Where, like I was just like, wow, how can a guru be on chat? You know. So then I saw him on the G chat, and then I took a chance. I just took a chance and said Namaste, Pranam, something, or I told him, and then he actually came on the thing, or he got somebody to type it out, no, and I was like, I couldn't like believe it that I'm really chatting with him. I couldn't believe it, and then I told him that words cannot explain. Because I was chickening out a bit. I was because he was on chat with me, and then I didn't know what to say actually. So I just said words cannot express and things. So he said, "No, they have their place. It's okay." Because he also wanted to maybe check on me a bit in terms of what's happening here. So then when he said that, then I was just like, okay, now what do I say? then and it became a beautiful conversation because so then after that I've never said to him that words can't express and things. So what you said just reminded me of that. Not that you said something wrong or something. It just reminded me so much of that beautiful interaction I had with Guruji. And but really, like, if words come, then words are okay. If nothing is coming, then that's fine too. It's completely fine either way. If there's something which you feel like in your heart you want to say to me or the sangha, and you just feel like, no, let me not say it because because something is stopping you there, then you don't have to worry with that. Like, you can trust me to read through the words and get to the essence of what you're trying to point to. That is so basically I'm saying just be completely free. Don't worry about it.
okay. So um, just one little when some shape is taken in me from, I see that is from my creation somehow. um, I can see that I'm not this like mm, I don't know how to explain in words, but mm,
So you feel like
uh,
some identification when it seems to happen like that. That's what you mean by shape, some sort of
uh,
identification.
some sort, yes, or is just sometimes it's energy in the body that it's unpleasant. Sometimes are very ugly and images
Yeah.
I never seen in my life, but are like a horror movie like this,
Yeah.
or very ugly feats. So in that moment, uh, I remember your teaching and I stay present, but something, it's like a doubt in that really I cannot do anything about this because it's awful. And I don't know, maybe I'm an awful person or
Yeah.
like this.
Yes. 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 Actually, I remember that in this so-called spiritual journey that I had, there was a time where my mind was also playing this game. So anytime I would close my eyes to sit and meditate, it would show these ugly. images, very drastic and thing. And I tried everything. I would try chanting, I would try anything. And this was before I met Guruji, so I did not have the support. So I had to just feel like I had to figure it out myself. Then one day I just did this experiment. I used to love doing these experiments. So one day I just did this experiment saying, okay, what if I play the game the other way? What if I say to the mind, is this it? Bring something bigger, bring something worse. Let's see what is the worst you can give to me. And I played that game, and the mind played along for a bit. So I don't want to give you an impression that immediately you say that and it all vanishes. So I tried giving these very horrific images and things to show, and like very fearful thing. But something just held steady. Something here just held steady, and I said, okay, what else? Is that it? And within a few minutes it ran out. It's so limited. When you really inquire, when you really test the mind, you will see that it doesn't have momentum more than a few minutes, actually. You see, but it tries to grab those few minutes and grab you with them and say, see, this is because you're a terrible person, this because you're not really going to get this, or you've done some really bad thing, freedom is not for you. Then it tries to whisper these messages in your ear, you know and then we feel like, oh, there is some perceptual evidence and the message is coming, so it must be true, like that. So don't fall for that, just don't fall for that. I'm with you, Guruji's grace is with you. Just see it through. If the mind comes and tries to scare you, just like Atma Jyoti was saying before this, say to it, okay, is that it, is that all you have? And you see that it can't really shake you in reality. You see, when we try to fix it, it basically seems to get more energy from that. You see, if we try to push it away, no, this can't be, then it feels like we are playing its game. You see, when we say, okay, let me test your limits a bit, how far can you go? You see, and say, "Bah, bah, 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 bah." And it doesn't have much more than that. You see, it runs out fairly quickly. So, yeah.
Yes.
Let
Um,
everything let everything come, let everything go. Nothing means anything about your reality. You see, nothing means anything about your reality. You are the self itself. At your core, in your true nature, you are the self. Everything else is a fleeting idea, everything else is a fleeting notion. So don't ever worry about your worthiness for this, because you are the self itself. Who will be worthy of the self? Only the self itself, which is what you are. You can never be anything but that. And this is for all of you, because many times you get this fear about, am I going to get this? Am I worthy enough? Your worthiness is your substratum itself. You're made up of this worthiness, which is the self itself. You see? So, who would the self be playing this game for? Who would the self be playing this Leela with? Just itself. So, you are that which is fully worthy.
yes. I, because you are so loving, and I am inspired to put another thing at your
Yeah.
feet. Also, these images appear when I talk with someone, and in my heart is just, it's not like the self, but it's natural. It's what we are. And when I talk, a lot of ugly images and judgments and appear. In the last months, like this, are more calm down. But I beat myself a lot about this thing, and I want to put it at your feet.
Yes. Just don't have any boundary to yourself. Don't have any boundary to yourself. You see? You're never talking to another. You see? And that is what will set you up for the light to shine even more brightly. You see, that is what will set you up for the light to shine even more brightly. Because if the light becomes scared of being shaken up a bit because the wind comes, you see, then it can't shine so brightly. When you're talking, and especially if you're talking about spiritual things, then what will happen is that when we meet the mind in the world, then it can seem like a lot of this sort of energetic thing, all this, we don't have to bother with much of that, but can seem to play out. But if we start judging and saying, but this is not mine, this comes from outside, you see, then it becomes very difficult for that light to shine brighter, because the light is there in the light of that oneness, you see, in the light of the one being, which is what your true discovery is, you see. So the minute we start to make distinctions and say, because from another, or I start judging them from within, so even that can be a boundary, right? So we can become either very shameful about this, you see, or we can become very proud about this. To be empty about either that or this is what I'm really pointing to, you see. So like right now, I don't feel really in my heart that I'm talking to another. See, it is just this boy's mouth is moving, that girl's mouth is moving. I am watching both of them play. You see, I don't feel like I am either situated here or there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I have few hands still. Atma Vidya has had her hand up, and then Madeline. And Jada want to come back maybe right before we close.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for allowing me to speak.
So welcome.
I just thought to report also since the last time we spoke, and I asked this question about where I'm supposed to be and what is the right place, and
Yes,
also
yes,
about the calling.
yes.
So then somehow magically I get a visa actually to come to India, which
Very
was
nice.
quite exceptional. And I felt this calling again to come.
Where do you
So
come to India? Where will you come?
to Tiro.
Ah, nice. Very nice.
Yes, yes, and each time I go, I feel there's it's a blessing to be there,
Yes, of course.
Arunachala. So there's this prayer just to spend this time just for the highest and not to get distracted, because it feels very precious and expensive to be in this
Yes.
place.
Yeah.
Yes, but I also felt to share. In my family, there was someone who passed away, was very close to me, and so there was a big decision which I had to make, if I actually fly or if I go to Kazakhstan where I was born, because I haven't been there for a long time, to support my family. So when I said that I'm actually flying to India, I couldn't explain it to myself, because everything inside was saying that you should be going actually to support your family, and there is so much love. So everybody's now labeling me as being spiritual egoistic, and I couldn't find the words, because also my family background is Russian Orthodox, so it's
Yes.
not really possible to explain this kind of thing. So I just I know I have to face this risk of being labeled as an egoistic being, and there is so much love, and I actually wanted to go as well, but I just wanted to put it at your feet as well, and just to say that whenever the right time is and I'm supposed to go and I can be of the best use, the presence, then I will go, and that my presence somehow can benefit all the beings connected to me. So just to say, Father, I don't know why, I don't understand anything, but I just put it at your feet, and that this journey somehow will benefit not only me, but everybody connected to me in a way. And
It is bound to. It is bound to. A lot of stories are coming from my meeting with Guruji today. So another story just to add to that. After I met Guruji the first time, and sat on the hot seat and things, for a few months I didn't feel to do anything. And I had children, I had business, I had all of these things. But I just felt to sit in my room, just sitting. I don't even remember whether I used to be in front of a computer or not. I can't really recall. But But what happened is the family started getting really worried and saying, "What's happening? You have responsibilities. You cannot do this." So I wrote to Guruji and said, "I'm just so happy, but everyone around me feels like I'm depressed or something." And they're starting to get worried because I haven't really been working. All the interest from work seems to have gone. You see? I still watch some TV, I'm watching some cricket or something, but I'm not working at all. I wrote all this to him, and he replied saying that. So he replied saying that, don't worry, everything that is happening, unfolding for you, is going to bring great grace into your life, but all those who are in your family and are touched by you will also be blessed by this. So this unfolding, this yearning which is in your heart, as it is unfolding, is bound to bring grace and great blessings to everyone around you. And but the only thing is, don't expect them to admit that ever, because if you expect them to admit that, then you're in trouble. So just have that reassurance in your heart, but don't expect your family members to say, "Ah, yes, finally, we feel your holy presence," and that this doesn't happen. And that's very good actually, because it helps us not to develop a spiritual ego. That's what Baba Ramdas said. No? He said, every time you think you're enlightened, spend a weekend with your family. And I keep telling them here also that I go here and my house is just one door away. You know? So a part of the house actually we use as a satsang hall. So I go back to the house and I'll walk in. I'll be tired from 4 hours of satsang or something. Then my daughter will say, "Pa, just get that plate from the kitchen. No, please, you're standing anyway." And so for a moment you're just like, okay, now this is a new environment. I'm not used, because here somebody's giving me water, somebody over there is this, get that. So it's helpful, it's very helpful. It doesn't allow our spiritual ego to get away with us, you know. So it's good. Trust that everything, including the resistance from your family, is grace, is providing you the ammunition for your inquiry. That's all.
Yeah, thank you. Because I see this, it's not the first time it's happening. Also, when I was in Sahaja or when I went to Rishikesh, each time a choice had to be made. And there was a fear that I might not see my family now because he passed away. There was at some point there was this guilt coming. You've been always going to India instead of going there, so it was quite a heavy feeling. But I also just trust that he knows what's the best for all of us, and that I'm not doing it out of my personal desire or egoism. That somehow it can benefit not only me.
Yes. Hearing you today, I want to say something else to you, which is that don't be hard on yourself at all. Like hearing you today, I get a bit of a feeling like you're very like hard on yourself. Like you always want to do the right thing. You're always concerned about family and all of this very good thing. But what happens is that a lot of it can make so much struggle in the spiritual journey. You see,
Yeah.
just in your heart it says go to Thiru, just go to Thiru. It's okay. Now you don't have to evaluate good, bad, right, wrong. Just follow your heart, which is not the emotional heart. It's the intuitive center that I'm talking about. And I can tell that in your intuitive heart, it's clear. The longing is very palpable. It's very clear. So then don't try to justify to yourself. Don't try to say, try to have any reasoning for any of it. Just that's it. That's what grace is moving, and that's what's happening with family. You see.
Because in my work,
Because otherwise you beat yourself up too much and try to rationalize and justify, and a lot of energy will go in that, which is not needed.
Yes. That I'm doing it actually every day. Like
And I
I'm
can
doing
say this to
research and
you as I can say this to you as an older brother who's walked this path, who's been there with family and responsibilities and business and all of that. I know how the mind plays with all of these things and how much we can beat ourselves up about it. And then what happens is that if somebody from the family says even one thing, like you're always doing satsang, you always, you see, what happens is not that they have said something so bad. It is because our own self doubt, and we've with great difficulty rationalized to ourselves and come to some sort of, equilibrium. And somebody comes and says something, it just shakes us up because we just like fighting our own self doubt rather than them. So I can notice a bit of that in you as you speak, and I want you to be free from that. Don't worry. Its grace is guiding you beautifully, and don't try to justify or rationalize to yourself. To family, of course, you can. If words come, you can speak them, but the bigger trouble is to try and justify to ourselves.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a great relief. Thank you. Thank you.
Very good. Okay, I'm starting to fade a bit. Let's go to Madalena and Jada. Madalena will energize me with her report.
Okay. uh, Look, I feel like sharing that this week in the Orthodox Church, which I've been baptized in,
I see.
is the week of light,
Is say
and
again?
we are
Is
celebrating. It's the week of light. I'm not sure if it's the right translation,
the
but
week?
it's week
It's a
of
week of
light.
a week. Okay,
Yeah, and we are celebrating Easter on Sunday.
I see. I see.
So yeah, when I raised my hand, I just wanted to share this. And yeah, may Jesus' grace, I guess, fall upon each one of us and bring joy and happiness in all our hearts. Um,
May this week be the week of the highest light of self-discovery, of self-recognition, all all that is the most auspicious for everyone. All my blessings, all my love. So Easter is now for you. This coming Sunday.
yes,
Acha.
I was feeling a bit guilty because I'm not spending the days before Easter like a normal Romanian or a normal member of the family. Everybody's cooking and doing different stuff,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I just try to be in satsang as
Okay.
much as possible and went for a holiday with my children. So
Yes, yes. It sounds very
uh,
good. It sounds very good. It sounds,
yeah, it is good. I'm going to take this opportunity to leave at your feet
yeah.
the duet. And in the past month, I think probably because it coincides with the 40 days
Yeah.
Jesus Christ fasting period
Yes.
and also with Guruji's
Yes.
awakening retreat.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful.
It's been very certain emotions and personality aspects came up quite heavily. So
Yeah.
um, it's been a pleasure to have my sisters close to me, and yeah. But I'm going to leave at your feet the doer here, and
Yeah.
also the critical, and the one who complains a lot about everything that's happening. Uh,
Have you left the doer here before or no? Oh, feeling
Not in this form.
no. I seem to recognize the doer coming and coming.
I think the doer comes in from time to time. But like you said, I'm hoping to leave a big chunk now.
Good, good, good. Very good.
And also my doubts
Yes,
or
very,
my
very,
mind. Or
very.
take whatever, it's no use for this one.
Very.
And yeah. Thank you for you, and thank you to all my brothers and sisters.
Thank you too, and hope you have a wonderful Easter celebration. Thank you.
Thank you. And it's wonderful to be back together.
Yes, thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Very good. Okay. Well, Jada can come again, and then Nupur can come.
Hello again, Father. May you please, Father, for me to see you.
Say again.
Okay. Can you hear me well?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. I don't know. I just wanted to come because I really feel to speak with you. The first time it was like kind of introduction and not it was not like, I don't know. I feel to open. Actually, I don't know what to speak about, even though I have I don't know, Father. Father, I don't know. I feel, I feel like recently, like as I said, just so I feel like I'm just so much myself. I experience life like a child, but not like that I'm child, but everything is just so as it is, and I don't know how to explain it, but I know that you know this. Just everything is just as it is, and of course, it's, it's such a joy, but no enjoyer that I can say this.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say more because yeah. Father, actually, I want to share something because
I want to say something before that.
please
It's
say
it is
I
very
cannot
good.
hear you so well, but
Yes, I was just saying that it is very good that if we are able to share and we can leave it just before it means something.
like
Yeah. Like like there's just a childlike playfulness happening here, you see,
yeah,
and because quickly the mind will want to become part of the conversation and say, oh, so this means I'm freer now, or some idea like that. So it's best to leave it like unfinished in some sort of conclusive way, because the mind will soon play with that and get you involved with that kind of mindset if you allow it to make it mean something, you see. So very good that if you can stop and say, yeah, I don't know what to say, I just wanted to share that I'm just living like a child right now, and I can't express it, but I feel in my heart that this is very good. But the minute it starts to become conclusive, oh, this is what it is now, you see, then that can become problematic.
did I say something like this, Father? I don't remember.
No, no, you haven't. That's very good. That's what I'm saying. It's very good that you haven't said anything like that, and
Ah,
you've
I didn't. Okay, because I don't remember if I said or not.
No, no, no. That's what I'm saying. It's very good because
Ah,
then nothing is there to be cleaned up. It is just an expression of just a simple report about how life seems to be, instead of drawing any meaning out of it and saying, oh, this is what this means. Because the minute we have determined conceptually what something means, then we start dealing with that fake meaning instead of living life.
Father, and in your presence especially, and you're always here. Yeah, anyway, it just feels also, the words become so dry, so it doesn't
Yeah.
work. You cannot explain at all, just, yeah, the energy doesn't flow also, it doesn't come up. So, yeah.
I've seen that just like in India, they have done something on the monument there also. They've left their impressions with their initials and things. No? This is this is the need to find immortality. No? Like this is just an expression of an inherent need to find something beyond the body mind and to find some inherent immortality. And they don't realize that carving things onto monuments and things will not get them there. You see, because those initials are not really theirs. So it's funny to spot these kind of expressions all over the world, and, and you see that this is how the human needs to express themselves in their timeless nature. It gets expressed in a day-to-day way, but it doesn't work like that. Sorry, I'm digressing, but I could see the when you were speaking, I could see the monument behind you, and I could see somebody had carved their initials on that.
Mm. Father, I don't know. Yeah, okay, I can speak like this. Yeah. Before I speak with you, it feels like there is something to say, but when I am in your presence, also, they just lose their importance. Actually, they are not important at all, but I don't know. It's like they are not a problem at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah. Very good.
And yeah, they are already not a problem at all,
Yeah,
but I don't know. It's like a habit to bring something to you, not habit, but maybe, I don't know. Really.
yeah. It's okay. It's okay. But what's important is to recognize that the only place where we've ever faced a problem is never in the manifest world. You see, it is
Yes,
only one aspect of the manifest, which is the mind, which is the intellect.
Father, thank you so much for saying that, because that's what I wanted to bring this. Like, Father, when I come here,
So sorry, just to complete that point, is that uh, you see, so what happens when we fall for that mind trick? It'll convince you that its version of what is problematic is the problem, and then we start working on resolving that instead of meeting life open and empty. And what happens is that to live in a mental way is actually not to live at all. You see, because we're missing all of life, all of this beautiful play which God has directed, you see, for itself. We're missing all of that in some sort of conceptual thing. It's like buying the ticket for the best musical show, but just staring at your phone all the time, something like that. It is, it's like that. So that's what happens when we try to, when we believe that my life will be resolved once I've understood it and I can draw conclusions about it, and then I can make an action plan to resolve it. You see, then that is the whole mind fallacy.
so
When we
much
see
better.
that, when we see that none of that game is needed, and in life itself, there is no such actual thing as a problem. You see, it is all just a play, all a movement of life itself. Then we start to meet life, and we start to meet life in all of its contrasts, in all of its colors and shades.
Father, it's,
Yeah.
it's how you said life is
I like how
already.
you say father.
Sorry?
I like how you say father.
Father, you like this.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes, yes.
Father,
It
it's
was
not
very,
so easy
very.
to hear you, so that's why I ask again and again. Sorry.
No, no, no. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So, Father,
Yeah.
um, yeah, according to what you said, also, when I come here, like all the experiences, like how you said, and sometimes it's just so heavenly, and sometimes not so heavenly, but so godly anyway,
Yeah.
always. And yeah, like yesterday, something happened, and actually, as an experience, I was just so untouched. Like I'm really just so untouched, and I can say that I even enjoyed that, not unpleasant things, you know. Not I'm enjoying, but I'm enjoying because I know that they are just experiencing, and they are just God sent. Just it's so palpably known, but but I recognize some misunderstanding or misconception within me that it's just so important to bring this in to you and in to Sangha, that it's like there was a misunderstanding that, like, I need to be graceful, you know, like all the experience that I have has to be just so heavenly. And some of them actually in my life, they are not like this, and just so many bad too. But I truly enjoy them too, because it's like God especially showing them and just puts me there. But this idea that this idea that all has to be just so divine, and I don't know, just so graceful. This one is just bother me, and this because of this voice interpretation comes like this shouldn't happen, and if is there something that I need to see or something, and I know that there is nothing that I need to see. I'm sure
Right.
it's just I don't know, mm, no explanation for that
Yes.
experience, just gut stand, and there
Yes.
is no need to even, you know, interpret them. But this idea that everything has to be just so
Yeah.
graceful, just so light,
Yeah.
and they
But
are all the
okay, may I say something, which is that, like, both the idea and its opposite both have to be dropped.
mm, which one?
Like any, like if you say I need to see something or I don't need to see something, both can be dropped.
Yes, but I don't have already, like, I don't need to see something. I just confront the other one, you know? Like, I don't take the position that I don't need to see. I don't say that.
Exactly. No, yeah. Just don't buy into any position either way, and then you continue to be this in this innocence of a child.
Yeah.
Thank
Mm. Well, Father, I wanted to just bring something to you. Mm. Like, there was a time in my past, like, kind of 1 year, and it was, I don't know, it, it was such a time. I don't want to mention it, and there is no need actually, but I don't know. I just wanted to offer this to you, and it's already been offered, and it's little bit related with sexuality too, actually. And I don't want to give any detail, and there is no need to give any detail. But somehow yesterday, or I don't know, during my time here, it's just so much reminded to me, and I thought that I was passed over those time, but I see that there is still, you know, something, just because it was very dark time, and I don't know. I just feel to open this up and bring this to you, even though it's been already offered, but I don't know. I just wanted to bring everything about the sexuality and everything about womanhood and everything. It's I don't know. I feel like a child, but some people see me as woman, and I don't like it. But what to do? I just somehow, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So in cultures, and I've spoken about this in the past, where I've noticed that culturally, sex and therefore sexuality is either taken to be very special or it is taken to be very shameful. But actually, it is neither. You see, it is just an aspect of human existence, which when we make a sinful or a shameful position about it, then it can override our life. When we make a special position about it, then it can override our life. Neither of those are needed. You see, if we just treat it with the naturalness which it deserves, like every other aspect of our life, then there's no trouble with that. You see? So it's fine. Just be open and empty with all of this, and let it play out naturally. Don't take any. In fact, my answer for everything now is don't take any position about anything.
Yeah. Further, it's not what I see or take sexuality as, but it's like I was always just so open about this, actually about everything. And I don't know, in this life, in this one's life, I was always just so open about everything. It was always like this, and that's why somehow I was always been in a position like I was not rebellious in action, but I was always like confront people all the time, but not like action, I was just everything was just so natural to me, and my position became like a confronting to me, and like I was just so bothered by people and just so much on me. And yeah, I carry that burden so much, and I don't know, I still, yeah, yeah, I still sometimes find myself in that position. Maybe God puts me in that position. I don't know, but it's continue like this. And yeah.
Yes. Don't worry, my child. Remember, all of this, all of this is an aspect of way of life, and in your openness, in your emptiness, all of this will get it will get cleared up, will get cleaned up. Sorry, I can really notice this one is starting to fade out now. Okay, my love. So just enjoy your visit. Don't think about anything. Chill.
Okay, thank you so much, Father.
The last
Thank
question
you.
now. She's been waiting for a while as well. Thank you, my dear. Manupur is here.
Hello, Father.
Hello, my dear.
Father, I know you're tired and the body is also now fading, so I am happy to just give my love to you and see you and speak to you and then just speak to you another day if that's okay.
It's okay. You tell me what did you want to report or ask?
Just wanted to report, Father, that a lot of fear has been witnessed related to the body and bodily conditions, and not a nice feeling, Father. Not a nice feels quite contracted.
Yes, yes.
And I just wanted to leave it at your feet, Father, and just be free from, whatever happens. I know Muji Baba Guruji says all the time that, Nisarga Datta Maharaj had said that I stay in my awareness and just leave the
Yes.
everything else to unfold the way it has to. So I just want your blessings, Father, so that, I can be in that space, Father, and just surrender
Excellent.
it all to you.
So I'll make it easier for you. It's a good point to end satsang because we sort of started also at this point. So when we hear that, then sometimes what happens is we feel like I have to do that. You see, but actually he's not saying something about something that he's doing, that I just remain as I am and my worldly play of existence plays out. He's just talking about a recognition which he's had. You see, so there's a big difference between the two. The minute we take it on as something that I have to do or I have to attain, then that becomes a huge sort of project to take on. The minute we see that this is how it actually is, you see, um, is um, is much more effortless. You see, so what he's reporting is from a recognition that he's had, not from a state that he's accomplished or something like that. You see, that difference is very important. And that same recognition, why is he sharing with us? Because it is true for us already. You see, it is not true for any of us. In our reality, that is what is only happening. In spite of the play that consciousness may be playing of identification and disidentification, your reality is exactly what Maharaj said his reality was. So recognize, don't try to be. You see, a certain way or in a particular state or something like that. It's not a way of life that he's talking about. He's just reporting on how it actually is.
That recognition, Father, has happened, and
Yes.
it's so fleeting that it
Yeah.
comes and then it goes, and there is such a dichotomy in that recognition, and then
See, this is okay, good. So a recognition is always fleeting if it's part of a narrative. You see? So only in a narrative is there time. In the recognition, there is no time. So if it is coming and going, then there's an effort to insert it in a narrative. Now, without the narrative, is the recognition not here now? It is only the recognition. You see? You see? So the impulse to make it meaningful, and the idea of human meaningful is to be able to insert it in a narrative, is what makes it come and go. You see? So you're having the recognition right now. You see? You don't even have to confirm it. It's just true for all of us. But the minute you try to own it, it seems fleeting, you see? And own
yeah,
it how? By making it ours, by making it in our narrative, in my
yes,
story. You see?
yes,
Then of course it will be fleeting. Because the recognition is so not so small that it can be contained in a narrative. You see? It can't be contained in time. So now don't try to contain anything in any story, in any narrative of the me, and see what is there.
there is only this awareness, Father.
Yes. Simple witnessing of pure being. You see? Utter simplicity, Utter simplicity. The complication only comes when we try to grasp at it. Very good. This was a nice note to end satsang today with.
Missed you, Father. Miss seeing you so
Same,
much.
same.
So much love, and just need your blessings, Father, to dissolve fully. Let there be no more moment without this, Father.
You just repeat my previous answer to yourself.
Yes, Father.
Uh,
It's here now.
it's not a admonishment, okay? I- I'm losing my English also now, but but I'm just saying that even these subtle ways, the mind will try to say, okay, now the real project, only project left is to dissolve fully. But in that fully, you can spend lifetime trying to dissolve fully. You are it.
Yes.
You are it till you try to make it in your story. You see? I mean, until you try to insert it in your story, you are free. And that is the beauty of this, that we can never make use of it because we are it. And love you, love.
Love you, Father.
Very good. Okay, let me play a bhajan to close today with. I'll read through everyone's chat during the bhajan is playing.
कृपा करो कृपा करो गुरु कृपा करो कृपा करो गुरु 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 कृपा करो गुरुदेव 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 गुरु कृपा करो कृपा करो गुरु कृपा करो कृपा करो गुरु 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 कृपा करो गुरुदेव गुरुदेव
Huh? Thank you all so much for being in satsang today. Sadhguru Sri Muji Baba ki jai.
Satguru Shri Ananta Ji ki Jai.
Guru Kripa Kevalam. Thank you all so much. You stayed back so long, huh?